"28 years ago this month, the first handheld Legend of Zelda title released on the Game Boy in Japan, hot on the heels of the smash hit Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. It actually began its life as an unsanctioned project designed to bring Zelda gameplay to Nintendo's portable gray brick. But as programmer Kazuaki Morita worked on his side project, he and a few other teammates decided to shape it into something more akin to a port of the 16-bit entry into the series. He asked for permission to finally make it official, but decided to take it in his own direction, maintaining the core gameplay, but striking out into a completely new storyline. Link's Awakening takes place on Koholint Island, rather than the familiar land of Hyrule, and aside from Link himself, it contains a whole new roster of characters entirely. Since no one knows who you are, it's fortunate that you've labeled everything you own, so you can recover your shield and sword and strike out across the island. You're given the direction early on by a wise owl that the windfish, asleep inside a giant egg on the top of Mount Tamarank, at the center of the island, must be awakened for you to be able to make your way back home. After getting some actual direction for the first time in the series, you set out to cross the island, making your way to wherever you can actually reach, uncovering all the treasure you can until you find something that opens up more of the island to you and exploring there. I've made no effort to hide my general apathy toward the Zelda series over the years, but this was the first one in the series I ever actually completed. I think part of it may be that it was just a little bit more tightly designed in my opinion than the others in the series, making for a much more satisfying experience. I guess it really had to be to fit into a portable package. Five years after the release of the original game, it was re-released for the Game Boy Color as Link's Awakening DX, adding, well, color, but also a new dungeon that also relied on color for you to make your way through it, as well as support for the Game Boy printer, which, only printed in black and white, so that's an odd step back. Anyhow, this was the version that I played back in the day and is definitely an improvement. The Ballad of the Windfish at the end of the game sticks in my head as one of my favorite pieces of music on the Game Boy Color. We're not done yet, because in 2019, some 26 years after the release of the original game, Link's Awakening was given a 3D upgrade and released on the Switch. Rather than a screen-by-screen affair, it's more free-roaming, similar to A Link to the Past, but I suppose it kinda had to adjust that way when it switched to the 16:9 screen ratio. It's got an interesting clay diorama feel to the graphics, complete with a tilt-shift camera effect to make everything look toy-like. A lot of people didn't like this style, but I find it rather charming. Could do without the choppy frame rate, of course, but I've enjoyed it so far. How about you? Did you ever get to play this back on the original handhelds, or is the Switch version your first foray into Fish Flight? Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter at TesseractUnfold. Meanwhile, please like, subscribe, spread the word, and I'll catch you again next week.